Closing out a client project can feel so satisfying for a hot minute. Then, if you're anything like me, you're quickly on to the next. And that go attitude is great, right up until you're starting to feel burnt out or you've not met your goals and you're thinking to yourself, what the I've been working so hard, and this is not where I thought I'd be at this point. If you can relate, I promise you are not alone. When we don't make space to take a breath and just check in regularly, it's easy to become a hamster on a wheel, just go, and then eventually we're in burnout mode and we're unmotivated and we're not really sure what to do next or how to take that next step. It feels a little bit overwhelming. Now, one small but extremely helpful practice that I've started to adopt in my own business is to end every client project with an internal project review. Now, this helps in a number of ways. It ensures our actions are aligning with our desired outcomes at all times. It ensures that we're attracting the right clients, our ideal clients, and if not, we can do something about that. We can explore and identify leaky holes and plug them up quickly before they get bigger and bigger and eventually sink our ship. We can make small incremental improvements over time to our processes and our overall client experience. Most importantly, we can celebrate our wins and use that to drive forward momentum. Pretty cool, right? Now, I know this seems like a really small step, but just creating that little bit of room and taking the time to walk ourselves through these questions and check in regularly, either with ourselves if we're self-employed or with our team if we have a team, can really help ensure that we're always on track and headed in the right direction. So, with that in mind, I wanted to share with you my own personal client project review. And you can either follow along and use it as an inspiration, or you can copy the exact template. I've included a link in the description below. So we're now in my Notion account, and as you can see, it's just a list of questions, and then we have these boxes where we can just type something in, type our answer in there. You can also do a forward slash to add multiple content blocks. If you want to add links to pages or URLs, you can also upload videos and images, things like that. So forward slash or click this plus icon here. I'll bring it up too. So start with the client's name, pretty straightforward. And then how did this client find out about you? This is great for knowing what marketing channels are working and where to focus efforts. We talked about burnout. So we're not spreading ourselves too thin. Even if we have a team, we want to be really intentional about where we're spending our time. So this is great market research. And again, if this was a referral, is also good for knowing whether we're putting out the right criteria for who we want referred to us. And that links to the next question. Was this an ideal client to work with? If so, why? Because we want to attract more of those clients. And if not, why not? And that's a really great question as well, because it helps us reposition ourselves or ask ourselves more questions. Again, making sure that we're putting out the right messages and staying in alignment. We've all had that difficult client to work with. And when we attract more, it just makes it impossible to get out of that cycle. So, what services did we provide the client? Also helpful for just understanding where we are generating revenue, where we want to spend our time, and what we need to focus on and prioritize. How long it took to complete the process, so great for managing our time. What went well, what didn't go so well, and how did we navigate those challenges? So, this is really helpful again in improving our processes, our systems, our communication, looking for those leaky holes and plugging them up. So, this last question here underneath this, what lessons did we learn? And then what changes can we make based on those lessons? So, by doing this for every client, we can start to see clear trends. And sometimes there won't be action to take. Sometimes it's just a result of that project on its own and out of our control. But if it's something in our control, then we can improve on it. Would you recommend this client to your network and or work with them in the future? So we want to be building long-term relationships with clients all the time. when we build out that community, that's when we really start to see results, because a lot of our work comes from word of mouth marketing and referrals. And so the more we can build those really strong relationships, the more we become known, the more we build out that community, and the more likely it is we are going to get referrals from like-minded clients. So it's great. You definitely want to do that if it's an ideal client. If not, you might be more cautious to recommend the client to your network and or work with them in the future. So it's a give and take as well. You want to be able to send work your clients' way if you can as well. And if you feel that they're a great fit for people in your own network. And then just any additional notes you would like to make. So here, sometimes I will note my energy levels or things that I learned, or just like quick things that have come to mind just to get it out of my body and express it here. And again, if you have team members, you can encourage them all to either fill this out individually or you can work on it as a team. And so there we have it. I highly recommend that you try this out. Just try it out on 3 or 4 projects. You'll be so surprised what you learn and how much growth you experience just by taking that time to really look at your business and check in regularly before it leads to burnout, before it leads to you missing goals or feeling stuck or feeling overwhelmed in your business. Try it out and let me know how you get on in the comments. And if you like this video, consider hitting the subscribe button. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments as well. I try to read and respond to every single one of them.